Hello, wonderful people, viewers and subscribers. Welcome back on this platform, BVI Channel 1. You've seen me highlight on the issue of waste management in Anambra State, particularly, and across Igbo land, where the refuse dump site had become an eyesore, health hazard, and a huge economic problem for our people, posing serious dangers in many forms. And I've also criticized the government for their irresponsibility in waste management and other governmental responsibility to the people. It doesn't end there. We have to take it further to highlight on the opportunities that abounds in a proper waste management process, that we create jobs that will reduce the health hazard our people are faced with whenever they are trading, living, and doing their normal daily activities around refuse dump sites in the marketplaces where they live on the street. And I want to bring you a video. Someone sent it to me. Actually, someone who is into waste management company who would like Igbo land to adopt this very particular process. I want you to take a look at it as it is done in the UK.
This is a waste-to-energy plant. It looks like a typical industrial building, but the process going on inside is quite special. A waste-to-energy plant converts our rubbish into electricity. Some plants supply heat to district heating systems too. How does it work? The most widely used technology takes waste and burns it. The heat created is used to make steam, which in turn drives a turbine that generates electricity. The technique we're going to look at is widely used around the world. You'll notice that all the plants are very big. This is a process that works best on a large scale. Incinerating waste creates emissions and residues, and part of the process is focused on dealing with these. Achieving a high rate of efficiency with a low volume of byproducts is the aim. There are many systems of varying complexity, but they all work on the same principles. To set up this kind of waste-to-energy system, you need a stockpile of waste, a furnace, a boiler with heat exchangers, a water supply system, a turbine, and a generator. The waste is collected and delivered to the plant, where it is stored in large bunkers. It's transferred from the bunkers to a chute, leading to a moving grate in the furnace below the plant's boiler. The temperature in the furnace is very high. The gases in it are heated to over 850 degrees for at least 2 seconds to make sure all the waste gets burned completely to form stable end products. The residue left behind is called bottom ash and is non-hazardous. It's usually sent for recycling and is often used by the construction industry. Around 20% by weight of the waste ends up as bottom ash. The intense heat from the furnace rises into a series of chambers in the boiler. The idea is to capture the thermal energy as efficiently as possible. In the boiler are heat exchangers, a series of pipes filled with water, a bit like a household radiator. The heat vaporizes the water to form superheated high-pressure steam. This is sent to the turbine, where it encounters a series of turbine blades. The high-pressure steam forces the blades to rotate at high speed, driving the generator in order to make electricity. The electricity is fed to the power grid for use by industry and the local community. Water travels through the system in a closed-loop cycle. After passing through the turbines as steam, it is allowed to condense and is then returned to the heat exchangers to be heated again. Some waste-to-energy plants incorporate a district heating system into the cycle. The low-pressure steam from the turbine heats a second closed water loop, leading out into the community, where it in turn heats individual systems. Gas emissions from the boiler are known as flue gas. Flue gas must be treated.
Good. Now, if you have something like this established, for instance, in Anambra State, we have a government, maybe that of Soludo, coming in, attracting this kind of company to Anambra State. The benefit is limitless. The opportunities that abounds cannot be overemphasized. We have seen that on the part of the people, we have a long way to go with respect to waste disposals, beginning from our household. The government is not doing enough to educate the people, despite budgeting millions of naira in what they call Ministry of Information and Public Orientation and the rest of them. They have not done enough to educate the people on some certain things they need to do. Education is not just only going to university and acquiring certificate. The government is also a teacher. Our people need to understand this, and that is why GGM is committed to educating our people and helping to fix our homeland, beginning with changing the attitude of our people towards governance and also changing our attitude towards our environment and life as a whole. In the developed world, we see it happen, but here we don't want to implement it. In the UK, for instance, and in the diaspora, where so many of our people live in Europe and America and Asia and the rest of them, they start the disposal of proper waste management from the household by separating the composable waste, maybe those ones they got from the kitchen and the rest of them. They separate bottle and the plastic waste, and also from their gardens. They separate all of this and put it in or confine it in a plastic bag so that companies who are into recycling of a plastic and bottle material can easily pick those ones up. The same is applicable to those ones who are recycling the composable materials and the rest of them. Can also take it, just as you've seen, it can be transformed into electricity. How can we have refuse bin eating our cities in a country, in a state where you have millions of youths roaming about the street without jobs? How can we be in a country eaten up by rotting refuse bin scattered across every nook and cranny of our homeland and still be in darkness? Whereas in other places, waste is an integral asset to the society. But here is a big liability. Now, you've now understand and seen the picture we are painting and why it is necessary for you to support the activities of Good Governance Ministry. Because we are here to not just to criticize the government and put them on their toes, but also to organize the people and teach them to understand, one, their civic rights and also their civic responsibility, so that together we can make our homeland the paradise we seek. And this is our perfect definition of Biafra in view. The Biafra we're looking out for. A land of the rising sun. A land that will radiate light, because in Biafra, Africa died. And we believe in Biafra, Africa shall rise again. And we have to take the lead by having a good political leadership that is ready to do the right thing. We hope that Soludo will be doing the right thing. And we are here to ensure he does the right thing. With your support, we will transform our homeland. We don't need Abuja to develop Igbo land to begin with. We don't need money from Abuja to fix our homeland and get it working for us. All we need is a leadership we can trust. Let us hope that Soludo will be that leadership NDIGBO can trust, because this is a movement to transform our homeland for good. If you get this message and you think it is good enough for every one of our people around you to know about it, please share this video. And also, If you know you want to be one of our ambassadors for good governance in your area, call the numbers you're seeing on the screen. And also, we earnestly need partners that will enable us to sustain this movement. Call the numbers you're seeing on the screen, and you'll be part to making our homeland to work again. And you'll be part of history. And finally, don't forget, we still need a drone. Thank you for watching. Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing. I'm just a voice. I'm Asuchin Peters. Stay safe. Bye-bye.